the proportion of the actin myosin fibers. That is stiffness, and that is a different entity altogether. वो एक different concept है. It has nothing to do with overactivity. Overactivity means आपका neural firing जो है, ठीक है? So I want a muscle has a neural firing, ठीक है? They have the small motor units and fast motor units, right? And जो motor units है वहाँ से firing होता है, and then action potential is generated, and that's how the muscle contraction takes place. So वो जो motor unit firing है, that firing बढ़ जाता है आपका. The firing is much more than it should be, and therefore that muscle is always active. It never gets time to relax. Understood? Puna? Yes, so that's the Sheetal, that your stabilizers cannot go stiff.
Just a second, Alfia.
Huh.
Whatever questions all of you have in mind, I would better suggest you take a pen and paper, and we can have this discussion later after the session is over. Because see, पढ़ने वाले का भी और पढ़ाने वाले का भी flow टूटता है. Once you're in your zone na, and if you constantly keep answering all the questions and reading all the text, so I would suggest whatever questions or whatever conditions or whatever doubts you have, write it on a piece of paper, and last में जब हमारा Q&A session होगा, we can continue this then. Okay?
Perfect. Sound. So yeah. So let's go back to our slides. Just for Sheetal, that you're right. Okay. So stabilizers don't go stiff; they weaken or they switch off. Right? Okay. Going back to the slide. So here's we've covered generally about core and core muscles, and I hope that's clear. So we are now moving on to fascia. Okay. So fascia long was known only as a passive structure, but now researchers have confirmed that it is no more a passive structure. It has an active contribution to our movement. It's a connective tissue, okay? It is, and that surrounds all our muscles, joints, organs, blood vessels, and nerves, okay? It is made up largely of collagen and elastin fibers. ठीक है, उसमें collagen fibers and elastin fibers को मिला के a fascia is formed. Okay, so that is what is a fascia. Now, fascia is very important biomechanically also and in distinguishing our muscles also. ठीक है, अगर fascia नहीं होता, so entire body would only be one single muscle. Okay, लेकिन जो हमारे मसल फाइबर्स जिस तरीके से ओरिएंटेशन करते हैं, they are origin and their insertion and the orientation or the angles of the muscle fibers. जैसे I have 10,000 muscle fibers in one orientation or in one angle, वहाँ पे fascia बन जाता है, and that's how my fascia is. That's how my muscles are differentiated. So if I have my quadriceps, and if in my quadriceps I have rectus femoris and vastus lateralis and medialis and intermedialis. So the differentiation in the muscle comes only because the fascia is separating your muscles. Okay, so जो fiber orientation है, those oriented fibers form a bunch into a fascia. Okay, so that's how muscularly and mechanically वो बहुत important हो जाता है. Okay, now it holds and connects one area of the body to the other. ठीक है, it's binding हम पूरे हमारे structures को कहीं haywire नहीं जाने देता है. We are all one. It's a compact structure. हमारा body एक compact structure बनता है because of the fascia. Also, one very important function the fascia has is force transmission. So in the following slide, I'm going to show you a couple of examples of fascia. But अगर हम लोग बहुत common facial lines लेते हैं, जिसको हम लोग बहुत बार use भी करते हैं, that is the posterior oblique sling. Okay, जो posterior oblique sling जो हमारी बनती है. So we know that whenever a thrower is throwing a ball or whenever you're playing with a badminton, the entire force is not only coming from your shoulder. Okay, the force you're getting is from your contralateral hip joint. That is your gluteus muscles and your latissimus dorsi together give the strength to your shoulder to perform the repetitive throwing or the hitting activity. Okay. So force transmission is the very important role of the fascia. And the third is that it contributes to movement awareness, biomechanics, and injuries. Okay, so on the third point, we are going to put light a little later. Okay. Next slide. So this, I have just illustrated two basic examples of fascia because since it's a very vast topic, and इसको cover करने के लिए it's covering everything in one go is very, so only illustrated two examples. So the first one that you see is your spiral line. So if you see, this is how your fascia is extended. So it's starting from the middle aspect of your malleoli and how it's going up to the side of your hip and how it's forming a cross over your abdomen. Now that cross is continuing in your back and going up to your neck. That's your spiral line. Okay, now ये spiral line के बीच में there are so all of your muscles, nerves, blood vessels, okay, they are interconnected to each other through this fascia in this one line. Similarly, you have a superficial back line. Okay, this is why I have illustrated this one, because this is the most common fascia that is affected, because people have thoracolumbofacial pain or any kind of stress pain or any kind of plantar fasciitis. All of this happens only in the superficial back line. So that is why this line is important. It's actually extending from the balls of the toes. So यहाँ पे खाली heel बताई हुई है, but it's actually नीचे. It starts from the balls of your toes. It goes up and goes all the way up to your occiput, and it connects and interconnects all your deep muscles, your stabilizing muscles, your mobility muscles, all in one, and it goes up to your occiput. So this is your fascia basically. Okay. Now facial pains these days are extremely common. है ना? Like whenever you, so when we covered के आपका fascia आपके हर muscle को cover up करता है, so that with that it comes कि whenever you have a muscle strain or any kind of sprains or strains or any kind of dislocations, any kind of injuries, your fascia is also equally affected. Okay, and fascia में stiffness, thickening, fibrosis ये भी हो सकता है, and that's we know it very commonly as myofascial pains. Okay, so myofascial pains or chronic fatigue pain syndrome अगर आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, ठीक है, या any kind of facial ये trigger points, all these are chronic and extreme cases of facial pains. ठीक है, so these are your problems which were not treated in the early stages. So the fascia can become tired. The fascia is of course उसमें it made up of extracellular matrix, तो उसमें fluidity बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. So because of lack of hydration or because of excessive tension, because of weakness, because of overactivity, because of undue loading on a particular area, due to all of these reasons, a particular area of your fascia or a particular length of your fascia can be affected. It can get tight, okay? It can get stiff, but facial pain or facial stiffness at that level needs to be treated accordingly. Okay? Of course, you don't stretch your fascia. You use your different soft tissue techniques. You never stretch your fascia. Just a point to add. Okay? But that stiffness needs to be treated in that time. अगर उस time पे आप उस stiffness नहीं treat कर पाते हो, ठीक है, या patient 90% of the time it's just pure ignorance from the patient कि उनको ये जो fatiguing pain है, the fatigue pain or the tired or that thing, उस time पे वो कभी कोई therapist के पास, doctor के पास जाते ही नहीं है. They go to the doctor when the facial pain has already turned into a myofascial chronic pain syndrome or a trigger point or an uncontrolled pain. Okay, so that's fascia and how the facial pain actually हम हमारे day to day इसमें clinical practice में भी we see a lot of people with facial pain. ठीक है, further discussion I think we'll do it later in the question answer section. Okay, so that's the basic about your fascia. Okay, so now we come to the most important topic, that is movement. Okay, so movement is a functional activity which involves more than one joint and more than one muscle. Okay, now your movement is actually memorized by your cerebral cortex. Okay, so आपका जो भी motor inputs and sensory inputs, आपका parietal lobe and temporal lobe, जो आपको ये सारे inputs आते हैं, ठीक है, and the kind of reflex arc that is formed and जो आप बाहर उसका response जाता है, the continuous patterning of this, ठीक है, अगर ये होते रहा, so then there is a formation of a muscle memory, ठीक है, or a movement memory, and that is stored and saved in your brain. So if you will only relate to it, say imagine that you have started to learn how to cycle, ठीक है, आपने cycling करना just शुरू किया, so the amount of precision and the amount of attention that you have to give just to make sure कि आप गिर नहीं जाओ, ठीक है, and once you have learned cycling, so say you've cycled for 10 days, 12 days, 15 days at a stretch, and then when you have learned or you've skilled your movement, ठीक है, that is the time आप गाने सुन के भी, you can actually insert your headphones, गाने सुन के भी आप cycling कर सकते हो and you will not fall. So this is only because the entire your learning is getting converted into your skill, and this happens through a process of muscle learning or motor learning process. Okay, so this is how your cerebral cortex will memorize a movement. It never memorizes a single motion. मतलब if you're doing a biceps curl, ठीक है, or if you're just doing a hamstring curl, or if you're just doing an SLR, so these जो exercises है, ये वाले exercises है, they are not memorized by the brain. Any kind of functional activity that you do is memorized by the brain, and therefore movement in rehab these days is picking up a lot of attention. Okay, so that is the basic of movement. Now the relevance of core and fascia to movement. Okay, so movement is initiated by firing of local stabilizers. So this is something that you all just experienced, right? हम लोगों ने हाथ टेबल के ऊपर रखा and you just tried to press onto the table and you immediately saw your local stabilizer, that is your transversus abdominis fire at instant. वो आपको सोचने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ी. It was an anticipatory reaction and immediately your transversus abdominis was on. So movement is always initiated by firing of the local stabilizer. Okay? Now the next point is, in the series of muscle firing, core muscles are activated for truncal and limb stability. Now I will just explain this point a little bit. ठीक है. So जब एक movement हो रहा है, let me just stop the share so you can see. Okay. So when the movement is being performed, so say I am doing an XYZ movement. So, and for that movement, I am going to use say 10 muscles. Okay. So exactly using only those 10 muscles, वो ही 10 muscles use होने चाहिए, ठीक है, and in the right sequence. Okay, so say I have 10 muscles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I want them to be recruited also in the same series only. I don't want कि 1, 5, 3, 6, 7, 10 इस तरीके से मसल रिक्रूट हो. अगर इस तरीके से मसल रिक्रूट होता है, then the movement is not going to be executed smoothly. ठीक है, that is one part of it. Second thing, that is also called as the compensation of movement. ठीक है, basic है कि मुझे movement करना है, मैं movement initiate किया है, so when movement is initiated, I'm going to use a particular group of muscles, and I want to use the particular group of muscles only in that same sequence. वही sequence से मुझे वो muscles को use करना है, right? ठीक है. Now if I'm not able to use that muscles in the same sequence, my execution of the movement is not smooth. One part. Second part, we all compare our brain to the computer. ठीक है, which is right. The brain is your CPU of the computer. That is how the brain is the CPU of the body. Okay, so जब आप coding करते हो in computer, people do coding, ठीक है, for a software program to run. Similarly, in our body, हमारे brain में भी there are codings, और वो coding करके हमारा body movement या function perform करता है, right? ठीक है. जब आप ये movement के अंदर कहीं ना कहीं coding में कहीं कुछ गलती हो जाती है, या if it's not, like say the sequencing is not right, ठीक है, your computer will just stop working, but your brain, it does not stop functioning, it starts compensating. It starts compensating for your natural or the movement that you require. So इसके लिए say for an example would be you are doing a biceps curl. ठीक है. Now I don't have enough strength in my biceps, but I am extremely motivated कि मुझे मेरे biceps muscles का hypertrophy करना है, and I want to get a particular inches on my biceps. So I am lifting up heavier weights. So because an inability to perform the bicep curl, I will start using my back. So if you can see me, what I'm doing is I'm trying to do a bicep curl, but I'm doing it with a lumbar extension.